Hello, welcome to the ESA Cup. I'm Hotix. Joining me today is Lanex, and today we have quite an exciting match. We have the top bracket of our Swiss stage today with two teams going head to head. Linear's Defense League versus CrownZero Console. What do you think of those teams, Lanex?
Oh, thanks. It's a pleasure to be with you here for the first time. I guess we're doing this duo live here at the ESA Cup, and I think it's going to be a fantastic match. We're going to be seeing, as you said, one of the best teams on the current season, and definitely Leonard's. I would say upholding the best expectations, the best campaign so far, the toughest opponents as well. So, but again, all that needs to be defined inside of the maps because, as we know, a game is played. So both sides undefeated so far. It's gonna be a tough. It's gonna be a banger.
Yep, definitely should be. Both of these teams have had quite a journey here. Of course, you said yourself, LDL did have a bit of a tougher journey in getting here. They played against Molotov Gang in the first round and then went against MG Wit in the second. But let's see what our staff think, and yeah, they do agree. I think that LDL did have quite a tougher stage here, and are more likely to win than CrownZero, with 70% of our social vote going the way of LDL. And also Ogon standing out here among the the people that have voted here, going for CrownZero. But yeah, from the statistics, I think LDL are more likely to win. But we've seen it before, and we may see it here again today. Numbers don't tell the whole story.
No, they don't. And honestly, personally speaking, I love to jinx that. So I'm gonna be pretty curious to see what Crown Zero is gonna be doing in the game. As we see now some stats that reveal that both sides have their strengths. So we see Elizão, for example, being the top one on the side of Valour, of LDL Valour. On the side of Crown Zero, we're gonna have obviously Nerdy being the best rated player, but a lot of small details on the cards, right? Of the next, or hot next, sorry, because it's not only about the overall rating. We need to see these details, these small stats and indexes we have always.
And it's interesting to see the players here that we see like four players that are doing pretty well, and then on both sides actually for LDL Uncert not doing too well this stage in terms of KD and in terms of entries, and Spyro as well. But we do see their entry picks being a lot lower than their teammates, so it clearly shows that they are these support players that can support their team when needed, but clearly their team doesn't need that support all the time, as I mean both teams got here not losing a single series. Of course, they lost a few maps over the series, but still, let's see what the map ban looks like for both of these teams and see what's ahead of us for this this match.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at a pick on skyscraper, excuse me, and also bank, right? So that's a very interesting pack of maps, potentially getting to border as well as a definer. But I would point out that bank's gonna be a very balanced map already, since both sides have been playing well in this map lately in this competition. So both rounds one and two were pretty good, pretty solid for them, solid exhibitions. So I would say Skyscraper is going to be a little, more maybe full of surprises, potential reverses and comebacks on one side or the other. But yeah, maybe the series is going to start. I don't know what you think, or hot next, but maybe it's going to start like more, based on details, and then obviously Bank's going to be a more, I would say, comfortable terrain for both sides.
Yeah, I mean that might be true. Skyscraper is one of those, I think, one of the least picked maps this season so far that we've had, which to me is surprising. I think it's pretty well picked in terms of on the PC side of things at least, but clearly on console not as well liked. And yeah, Bank, it's they are quite two quite different maps. Bank is a bit more open, a bit more roamer friendly, where Skyscraper not as much of that space where you could roam around, hide in corners, but still, roamers should be pretty comfortable there. So I would expect quite a lot of roam game, quite a lot of sneak attacks, maybe from behind, from both of these sides. But We just need to see how it goes on these maps. So yeah, it is quite surprising, at least to me, quite surprising that CrownZero picked Skyscraper and me for LDL as well, which that might catch them out and go for this play well for the side of CrownZero.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting because, as you said, as you posed very well, two different maps. Levels when it comes to I would say the overall layout of them, right? Skyscraper mostly based on verticality and etc. And as you said, like Bank has more wider areas, so it's gonna be cool to see how obviously the operators are gonna change from one map to the next one, and how teams are gonna adjust because this game's gonna define who's gonna be going already, right, to the playoffs season, to the playoffs phase of this season. To be fair.
Yeah, definitely, and that's what both teams are aiming for, of course, that 3-0 domination going into the playoff stage. And the loser will still have at least two chances to get to the playoff stage. Of course, the Swiss system, you get 2 lives, and of these teams still on both. But yeah, let's see who loses at least one of them today as we begin with the lovely overview of the map of Skyscraper as we get into it.
Well, yeah, let's see how that's gonna go. I would say I would bet my coins actually hot next into 3 maps. I'm not expecting to see a 2-0 here easily, either from one side or the other. Obviously, as we said before, the Liners, the LDL, they have been, you know, facing tougher opponents. And CrownZero, on the other hand, they do not care about this. They have also been doing their homework. The German-based team also getting here into the fourth best position when it comes to the ranking against the leaders from Linux. So that's gonna be interesting to see. Obviously, the first ban is always gonna come to Montaigne, right? Overall, Bane from all the teams majorly. So yeah, Montaigne is never coming to the game apparently. Let's see if that's gonna change on upcoming seasons. But there it is. Let's see how obviously CrownZero are gonna respond to that.
Yeah, and Monty, it does make sense on this map, which it's more of a bit of a more of a surprising ban. Ace being banned out by CrownZero, which I think makes me think at least that they did some kind of homework or will pull out some interesting strategy because Ace is one of those operators that we don't see banned out a lot on any map. And on Skyscrapers, especially, there are a lot of breaches that you need to open, so CrownZero, of course, they start an attack. They will be restricting this house to only 2 breaches instead of the 3. Mira being banned out on the defense, which also very powerful operator and on most maps, so it does make sense she is banned out. And finally, Clash, LDL, really not liking those 2 shield operators, but that still leaves Blitz and Infuse Shield, which nobody uses, but that's still around, being open, which that would necessitate a bit more of a aggressive push into the side instead of Monty being a bit more passive, a bit more intel gathering oriented. But as we get into the first actual round to be played, the side of LDL going to karaoke. Does make sense. One of the most powerful sides on this map. Gonna be quite tricky to attack though for CrownZero.
Yeah, so let's see how they're gonna play this one out. And just to add information when it comes to the banning side of things, it's curious to see Crown not going for a ban on Melusi. They did this on round 2. Obviously, they have banned Mira as well, and we said as we saw also Monty not coming to the game, at least not to this first map here. So yes, some interesting choices on both sides. And we see the beginning of the preparation here for Linards, LDL, Valour, so beginning at the defensive side, and CrownZero trying to plan this attack. Let's see how they're gonna do this with Ashen Termite. Also Brava, Graham. We have an interesting setup on the side of CrownZero. That let's see how they're gonna go up and make this turn to their side after the droning phase.
Yeah, we see quite a heavy extension from the side of LDL towards this offside. That's exactly where CrownZero will be coming from. They're gonna go head on into this this side, but there it is, their first pick already coming out. Only 30 seconds of the game. Madrid takes out Fleeks. That's a thermite of the board. Massive pick coming out already. And Madrid not stopping at all. Takes out a second one. Playing really aggressively here. LDL clearly catching out their opponents. Finally, Yuki does take out Liu. But it's a 4v3 situation with 2 minutes still left on the clock.
Yeah, such a disaster round for CrownZero, right? Losing very quickly, picks, but not responding. Good job by Lucky, taking Madrid down. And Madrid, as we've seen lately in the last rounds of the championship, also being a very tough player when it comes to the 101. Very tough clutcher as well. We see Zakaria also bringing the kill against Lucky. We're gonna see now a little bit of Yuki falling down to the ground as Nerdy is gonna be the last one alive, but Unsert takes him down, and this is something that not usually happens, right? Hot Next, Unsert defining the rounds. He's a more, I would say, like a more of a quieter guy, not, you know, the star player, at least not the decisive player when it comes to killing, but there it is. He finds him and helps the team to step up for this 1-0.
Yeah, definitely a very dominant round coming out from LDL. Instead of CrownZero barely able to step into the building, and their attack completely being shut down. Right before they even could step into the site. The site was completely different side of the map. It felt like the side of LDL were defending this exact side, office and museum. But that does win them the round. Their aggressive play definitely working out. But CrownZero hopefully are able to adapt to that and punish the side of LDL. As we saw, they were able to equalize the scoreline, still not able to win it out. Yeah, LDL gotta be careful against CrownZero, because they might catch them out, and losing even 1 or 2 rounds on defense could prove quite detrimental, because on attack, this map is quite a lot harder to play. As CrownZero make their way towards the site, and again, electing to attack this office side. I really like this side of the map, I guess. No players going the way of T side, going directly for the side.
Yes, and it's gonna be important for CrownZero to work this one better and definitely work on the pacing, because they don't want to lose players early again. It would be miserable for them to see that happening another time. We still have a 5v5, and we're seeing a little bit of Yuki, right? I'm gonna call him this way, already clearing in the cameras to, you know, take this information out of LDL hands, and it worked a little bit well. They're finally getting and making their way inside of the compound, as we see Fleek rotating and try to obviously draw a little bit more, get more information. For CrownZero side, see a little bit of Maverick already doing his Maverick things, opening a potential breach here, and still a very patient style of gameplay, but Leonards, they punish that with the first opener here. Absurd, bringing this one down, and the guys working today, as we see Zakaria also helping to take Yuki down. 5v3, and so far a very good start for Leonards.
Yeah, very similar start to what we saw just last round. Those entry picks going very well for the way of LDL. Their aggressive playstyle definitely paying off. The train playing were measured, but oh, what a run out from Uncertain already. 5v1 with Loki on the outside here. And not sure what to do at all. All the runouts, the windows, he can't do anything. A flawless round going the way of LDL. And CrownZero currently not looking too great on their attack side.
That's what happens when you have, let's say, a strange map, right, of both teams. They don't play this much, at least they haven't been playing this map a lot here on the season number 9, so it's been complicated to see how to study the opponent. Very fresh and hot start by Leonards. Good job on denying the areas and saying, hey, no, denied. And CrownZero, they have not set foot. They haven't even played with the bomb itself or gotten close to it. So it's been a very tough start for them here.
Yeah, definitely. The only time they saw the bomb was on the drone when they spotted the site. That's definitely not a good situation to be in. But still, this Sky, it is quite a defender-sided map. So hopefully at least one or two of these attacks, they at least need to secure a 2-4 split for their defense, or otherwise it's gonna be, the scoreline is gonna look quite difficult when they go on their defense. But that
10 seconds
that
remaining.
could report to be could prove to be a bit easier here
5
as
seconds remaining.
LDL are forced to go to that kitchen and barbecue site, which is the
Attackers are moving out
weaker,
to locate a bomb and defuse
the
it.
weakest site in the current usual rotation of these sites. So hopefully they can do something about that. And again, going for this office day, CrownZero. Really like the center of the map, but maybe not paying off. I mean, maybe third time's the charm. Maybe they can step a foot finally into office. That's still gonna be hard as we see some players of LDL are located there and are gonna put some fight there. Never mind, the trio seems to be the only one in there with the Boss G and the SMG-11, but rotating out quite
Attacker's
quickly.
bomb
Knows
diffuser
that
has been dropped.
he doesn't really have
Recover the
much
bomb
in
and
terms of support there, so better to get away with his life, waste just a little bit of time, and maybe get a kill with that Boss G a bit later. But Yuki gets a kill himself. Unsert taken out, but immediately traded out by 2 kills. Manchuria and Zakaria getting their picks as a 4v3 is now on the board.
Yeah, nice job by them, combining obviously the information that Dokabe could provide with some picks on the side of Yuki. Also, we saw Spyro trying out, so 4v3, but still, even when laners they lose some grounds on the battle side of things, but they still keep their terrains, they still keep the foot where they need to be, and this is an equalizer. Let's see the 3v3 now in the end. Nerdy taken down by Harv. We're gonna see now Harv on action, double kill by him. Nice backup kills on another opponent, and the last one man alive is gonna be Flick versus 3. Very tricky situation. Trying to get information, looks on the back alone, and it's gonna be very hard for him as his life was already down. So Linards again doing a very good job in the collectiveness also here, all Hot Knacks, because they have been, as I said, holding positions and attacking on the right moments. 3-0 on the score. It's everything Linards were expecting.
Yeah, definitely in a very good position. CrownZero finally they made their way into office, but then in the mid round kind of fell apart. It was a 3-3 situation. They were in a pretty good position. They got all those all the picks they needed, all the map control they needed to that far into the game. They had time as well, but I think some players just not really getting a bit impatient and trying to get a pick, and ultimately punished by LDL, which LDL doing a really good job right now. Even when the situation looks a bit dire, they are able to find those picks and equalize the scoreline at least, or even get it into their advantage. As for CrownZero, I mean, they gotta change something. A 3-0 right now is not
10
looking too
seconds
great.
left before
Of course,
insertion.
it is their attack, but gotta remember, with every round they
5 seconds
lose,
to go.
especially in a row, it's gonna hit their mental more and more, and they're gonna make more and
Attackers
more
must
mistakes that
locate and
LDL are
defuse
gonna
a
be able
bomb.
to punish. So they gotta get out of that spiral as soon as possible and try to win something. But speaking about those changes, doesn't look like they're gonna do much as they again, for the 4th time in a row, go for an office take.
Yes, and apparently on last rounds, the patience paid off a little bit more for CrownZero, applying the same kind of play here with the charge on this wall and then rotating and trying to get on the flank. So CrownZero, yeah, needing to step up, excuse me, from now on, because as you said, 3-0 is complicated to deal with, especially on the second half of the map. And they are already so much behind, right? And Linards are logging this. They're doing their best. We have a pick by Madario again, opening the bullets here against Locky. Locky falling down. And on the side of CrownZero, or Hot Knacks, you can always say they're looking comfortable, because whenever you see Lucky and Fleet, right, not killing Luck, you know the team is not having a nice time. These guys are good when dealing damage. We see Madario expanding the count again of bodies against Spyro, and we see an attempt of CrownZero to be alive to, you know, give also something back on the side of LDL, but not so far, not possible yet, as we're gonna have only Flick alive. Gonna be the last man against 3 opponents now to roll through the stairs. Gonna be a very complicated mission here, Canax.
Yep, and the 3 remaining players on the side of LDL, all on this office side where the diffuser is located, and Fleek's unable to do anything against it. And another round going the way of LDL. That office push just not working out at all right now for CrownZero. And I mean, they're opening the angles. They're doing the right things in the early round, but it just doesn't look like the side of LDL are bothered by those angles being opened up. They opened up all of the breaches, but yeah, as you can see on the replay, they just don't care at all. They still peek
Attackers need to locate and
these
defuse
angles,
bombs.
and for most of the time, they win these gunfights, which I mean, it shouldn't be happening with these angles being a lot more advantageous to the side of the defense. So I don't know, maybe going the traditional route is not the way that CrownZero should be structuring their attacks. Maybe pulling out something unexpected, more of those unexpected plays is the way to go. And from the looks of what the operator lineup they're bringing right now, at least with the Blitz, the Bravo, the
10 seconds
ESA,
left before
does
insertion.
look like CrownZero are gonna go for a bit more of a
5
unexpected
seconds left
push
before
here.
insertion.
Never mind, switch to Flores.
Yeah.
So
Attackers must
never
locate
mind.
and defuse bombs.
They jinxed you. They jinxed
Yep.
your analysis. But yeah, you know, shaking things around is gonna be beneficial for them because whatever they have been doing is not so positive. Hasn't not been successful. We see this has had some changes. Some Flores now to come to the game and try to finally bring a point against LDL, who are so solid, so strong, especially now. Also with Azumi and also Doc, they're gonna have the chance to keep barricading him. And I don't know what CrownZero could do, because yeah, individuality is not working and the bullets are not going in against LDL, so it's a really tough game for them.
Yeah, they do switch up their attack finally, going for T and Karaoke, but it does mean it might be a bit more of an unfamiliar attack, and currently, Madrio looking very comfortable in this T room side, and even more comfortable is Loyo, but takes the first kill onto Yuki. The Ash of the board, not the biggest of deals, but Yuki does take out Madrio, immediately traded up by Unsert. Really good trade plays here, and this gunfight, Loki not being very comfortable with that, even with that Ghost Shield. Trying to fight something, but currently CrownZero being very unsuccessful as a Curio. So got Spyro, another kill, moving the way of LDL. Loki is able to at least get the Asami off the board, but still, it's 3v1. And he's just playing behind this shield. Impact going out, doesn't know cover at all. He does get one, but cannot get the second. And Leo finishes it out with the boss G. LDL, 5 rounds in a row on Skyscraper. CrownZero just cannot do anything against these defenses.
It was a terrible first half for them, as we could see. And Lucky in the last play, he was a hero, right? He was alone. He was totally pressured against the corner, so not a lot he could do. And I would say he was one of the best players on the side of CrownZero so far on the first half, trying to break the deadlocks, trying to create something different. Because overall, CrownZero, they were like slow, they were like predictable. As you said, they were not creative. They're needing something else, I don't know, to find alternatives. And whenever they try to change the sides and flanks, that also did not work then, because LDL, they were tougher to take down. They were doing the best choices. They were not a team to be played with. Now 5-0 is gonna push us almost into map number 2. But as we know, casters usually they can jinx, so let's not say these things. Let's see how the game is gonna be played, and if there's still something else for CrownZero.
5 seconds left.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully for their sake, and it does seem like finally CrownZero are going for a lot different of a strategy here with the Blitz. It'll be quite beneficial to push out these early roamers that are denying them the entry into those vital positions. It'll be quite helpful when staring down the shield, can't shoot their head. I mean, yeah, there's not much left. Never mind. They might be going for a fast push here, which might not work out as well as they think, because a lot of people have already, I think, read this. A lot of people are going towards this site. And you see these allies, but CrownZero doesn't. They go in. The Blitz going in. The Goo Mine. But a lot of trades going the way of CrownZero, actually. 3v5 now, as they are inside. 2v5. Site control is taken. It quickly turns to a 1v5. Iluyu still left. Just they got one, but the Blitz flashes him. Nothing he can do. Spyro cleans out the final kill. And first round, going to be CrownZero on their attacks. Their fast push working out. But is it a little too late, as that was their final round? They can't go into defenses, at least with a win behind their shoulders. Still, they only have one round that they can lose before the dreaded text of match point at the top of their screen appears. And that will put a lot of pressure on them.
Definitely, and
Defenders, protect
as you
your
said,
bombs.
they
Defuse
came
by
late,
attackers.
right? Finally, it's working out, but kind of too late. But it was good. It was, I would say, it was motivational, right? It was something that they were desperately needing, and they finally made the combo work, and that could help them to, I don't know, change their mindset into something more aggressive and more active towards the game now. Since obviously they're gonna have to be fast to adjust to whatever LDL brings as an attacking team. So LDL obviously coming to the attacking side and having the chance to propose game, to suggest entries.
10 seconds
Let's see
remaining.
how they're gonna do this. Let's see also if Lineards they're gonna be, I would
5
say, as
seconds to
strong
go.
attacking as they were defending. Right? Usually, that's a tough thing to
Attackers
see. I
must
mean, the
locate
teams
and defuse
have
the bomb.
obviously like strong sides and weak spots. Let's see how that's gonna play out.
Yeah, let do see, and the way these these attackers are spawning, it does appear that again we're seeing an office take, but this time from the side of LDL. Might work out differently here, as I think from the outlines there's a lot less pressure, a lot less people on this side of office here. Yeah, not even a reinforced wall there. Definitely more utility being placed further into the site. Probably playing behind those Val camps and trying to use those for the advantage. That pushdown not able to do much with those meat jammers here, and especially the side of Yuki shooting all these drones, wasting as much time as possible. 2 minutes ticking down. Attackers making their way into the site and fight 2 quick kills. Already a 5v3 for CrownZero, and their defense not off to a good start.
Yeah, such a good start for them. And on the attacking side, Madaria to put this one up against a Nerdy. Brings another one, double kill by Mada. Triple kill, to be fair. This guy is not playing around, so fantastic strike by him. And Linards, once again, confirming the stats, right? They were as strong defending as attacking on the past rounds, because we have to mention that they have done a very good job defensively, playing against Molotov Gang almost a month ago on round number 1, and then they attacked very well and defined the game, for example, on round 2 versus MG Wheat, right? Playing Constellate in Nighthaven on that occasion. So I would say LDL, so far in the championship in this season, they have shown themselves as a more balanced team on both sides, as opposed to CrownZero, who have not shown so far such a very good combo back on the attacking side of things. They actually have beaten teams mostly on the defensive sides of the maps. So, and that happened against Ghost Army and also Silent Family. So yeah, it's a lot to put on the table. But now, as we can see, Hot Next, CrownZero are playing on their best side, allegedly, the defensive one. Let's see if they're gonna reverse this. But again, 6-1 is tough, right? It's almost time to begin talking about Dank.
Yeah, definitely. And if they do lose this round, it's gonna be quite a tough loss, because it is their map pick. They picked this map.
Yes.
Probably for a reason. They probably prepped this map for something better than the 6-1 Squilling that we see right now.
5 seconds remaining.
But still, it's not over. Still, that one more round that the side of LDL needs to win. And there are a lot of teams that do struggle with that, converting this match point into an actual win. And there are a lot of times where we see teams choke it and go into overtime, but LDL do seem quite comfortable here with Luyu going for a sneaky little flank on Nick. The perfect operator for this. She can still be she can be seen from cams, but she will make noise. That barbed wire blocking Luyu's way up these stairs. Gotta also be careful with Frostmats. Gotta watch his step, as the rest of his team going for the traditional push of Office Wood, where there is a lot more of a presence this time from the side of CrownZero.
It was a nice denial, right? You are preventing not to rotate even more and be dangerous and create dangerous situations ahead. As we see Mada and Zaka already catching the kills again in what has been happening lately in the past rounds. Always a 5v3 on the side of LDL, and apparently they're gonna take this one too, because things always flow into their side. It's a 4v2, it's complicated situation and spot for CrownZero players. I'm gonna count on Fleek and also Spiral, and not Spiral anymore, because that's gonna be a 3k for ZK, and Unsurt make it happen. Awesome job, 7-1, a massive scoreboard for Leonards, the Sweden players, taking this one and totally dominating, smashing CrownZero on the first map here, Hotnax. That was a ride. Okay, it was a ride by them. Very good job. And MVP definitely being Madaria. So we have the numbers, we have the stats, and they definitely, illustrate that Leonards, they were not to play with. They were very strong on both sides, as I said. And I would say mainly they have built this victory on the first half, right? When they were protecting spots and defending. So they were better side, definitely, no doubts.
Yeah, definitely. Their defense is going really well, but I think their attack also pretty dominant. So yeah, really well done by LDL and CrownZero. Gotta go back to the drawing board and reevaluate how they are playing Skyscraper. But that should be later though, because the next map is gonna be Bank. Quite a different map. The pick of LDL. CrownZero also play for with LDL. Only one map away from qualifying to the playoffs. We'll see you after a little break. And we're back. Welcome. And yeah, from the first very dominant map of the set of LDL, we'll be going very soon into the second map of Bank, also picked by LDL, but it is quite a different map to be played by both these teams, so I would expect to be so maybe a different scoreline, hopefully a different scoreline to what we saw last map. Linux, what do you think?
Yes, I think the pacing of things is going to be interesting to be seen, because LDL majorly they built this victory on their defensive side. So if they can seize that again, right? If they can, beat a lot of rounds in a streak in a row, they're going to be successful, because so far we haven't seen much from CrownZero when it comes to trading power, when it comes to really controlling the map itself. So it's been tough for them to play against Leonards. That was supposed to be a way more balanced match or encounter here, but it's not being the case. At least it was not on the first map, as you said. So let's see how things are going to roll in Bank, because both teams they play well in Bank, right? So maybe it's going to be a game defined more by mistakes or minor mistakes than whatever they can do in the right way.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Bank is quite a different map to what to how Skyscraper is usually played. It's a lot bigger than how Skyscraper is. So, I mean, LDL, they did show that they are quite comfortable playing off-site, so I would expect to nothing much to change from
Yeah.
their side. As for CrownZero, they gotta change something, because that's 7-1. That's gonna hurt, and this map, I mean, yeah, it's big of LDL, so it's gonna be should be quite a bit tougher. But we have seen a lot of these series go where each team wins each other's map pick. So maybe this this time won't be quite different. LDL again with that Monty ban. Really don't like that operator, and banning him straight off the bat. On Meg, of course, he is can be quite powerful on a lot of these sites, so it does make sense for him to be banned. And that's kind of true with this whole new shield meta on a lot of maps. Monty can be very useful, so it does make a lot of sense to ban him out. As for CrownZero, banning out the Nuke. Those, I think, 2 rounds that LDL played. CrownZero definitely saw that Nuke being played quite a lot by Madrio, so definitely banning that out. Not wanting to deal with that headache. As for the first defensive ban, you're gonna ban Mitchell. These bans feel quite targeted towards LDL.
Yeah, looking good. And as I said, a very, I would say, oriented kind of ban on Knock to not see him again in the game. Let's see how Leonards are gonna be banning for the last time now for the defensive side of things. and so far a very interesting game. And there it is, Kaid not coming to the game. So that's the composition. And we may be seeing eventually, I don't know, Mira? Let's hope for some interesting operators coming to the game here. Oh, hot next.
Yeah, I would definitely expect the Mira to be played here. She's quite a powerful operator, especially on this basement site. LDL though doesn't look like they're picking Mira. Yeah, they're not picking Mira actually on basement,
They're not.
which is quite an interesting play here. Still, they did pick Echo and Goyo. Definitely gonna be wasting as much time as possible for this plant to deny that in those final seconds of the round, if it even comes to it, because Odd Skyscraper, a lot of those rounds were won in the first couple of minutes of the round. But
Yeah.
this one, from this team composition at least, I would expect it to be a bit of a slower paced round. But still, there is Harv, there is Madrio on the side of LDL that are playing on those quite powerful operators, Legion and Doc. Doc, I think from the patch notes, it's the most picked defender
5
on
seconds remaining.
right now. So, and we saw what Madrio can do with those ACOG scopes on Vigil, on Doc as well, on Skyscraper. So, don't expect it to be too different coming this map as well. They are extending onto the first floor, not the second floor. They are abandoning completely, allowing the side of CrownZero to take it basically for free. They'll just need to drone it out, and drone it out they will. They don't want to get caught out by some player from the side of LDL sitting in a sneaky corner. As Matrio doesn't care, he takes out,
Oh my
takes out
god.
3!
Wow.
How is that even possible? Gets away with his life, heals up to full HP. Completely unscathed now. But the side of CrownZero really damages. 3 people just fall. The first minute of the
my.
round.
I mean, are you kidding me? Like, CrownZero, I mean, their early games, early rounds have not been good. Definitely they need to, you know, to increase that level of resistance against opponents. It's been tough for them, and there it is, Madrio, after a very beautiful beginning, falling down, but as a Doc, right? He took 3 down, using a very classical spot, very nice pixel there, that obviously is almost always easily exploited by the attacking side, as we see things getting more blended up now. Nerdy taking Zakaria down, 3-2, and the hard breaching power that CrownZero built was totally, you know, smashed or nullified and countered by Leonards with 1 player. Materia did it all almost. As we see the wrap-ups of the first round with just Nerdy against 3 players, trying to survive, again, coming back from a spot, from a position to defend himself and protect the hitbox. But it's gonna be very tough because Elia is gonna be finishing this off. Hot next, what a blast, what a start for Linus.
Yeah, CrownZero. I mean, I have no worse than bullying. That's what happened this round. Madrio completely destroyed him in the first part of the round, and then the extra of Unsert also just knocking another nail in the coffin here for CrownZero, and that's only round 1. That was completely crazy coming from LDL. Very nicely done by them, but it's just 1 round, and that 1 hero play that Madrio pulled off, I don't think it's gonna work out like round after round for at least 7 rounds in a row. Now that they go on the second floor, they are sticking with kind of similar operators again, Goyo and Echo. They are expecting to play for time, wait for the plan to go down, but that's just not needed right now. CrownZero aren't even able to get those first few picks and get themselves into the building unscathed. So I mean that's gonna be the aim for them in this round. Of course, they will be expecting that aggression, hopefully, from LDL, as we see a small peek from Harv. Yet again, the Doc being that aggressive spearhead on the side of the defense. As for the attack, CrownZero are taking it a bit slower here, drilling it out, getting some information. Information is gonna be really useful to prevent those disasters, the disaster that we saw in them on round 1.
I think he posed it very well. It's on the side of CrownZero, it's about, finding some kills and building momentum, but they're not even able to do this because Lineage, they do not let this happen. They use the same system that they have used before with almost the same choices when it comes to operators, but now we see a little bit more of a balanced, I would say, back and forth when it comes to kills. We see now Nerdy on the open area. And thankfully, CrownZero did not repeat the pixel, right, from coming from the upper floor into the middle of the building. So that helped them to get this kill. Lucky is taking Zakar down, so we have a 4-3 now on the side of CrownZero. They're gonna have to seize this to try to bring more damage and to, I don't know, hold off LDL, who are doing so good.
Oh, already repelling into side. Fleeks already inside with diffuser, but not waiting patiently to plant. Now that he destroyed got one kill, destroyed one Echo Drone, going for the plant, but Iluyu on the flank here gets one that gets Fleeks of the plant. He's scared, doesn't know if he's safe to plant. Insert. Let's take a few pot shots, but the plant is starting to go down, and don't think LDL are aware of it. Plant, yep, here it is. 45 seconds now, ticking down. That's the side of the defense now needs to play this one out. Two people on repel on the outside, but Unsert going on the outside, trying to find those picks. As for Ilyu, trying to find this one guy on terrace, nearly finds him, not able to though. 20 seconds left, not looking too good for LDL right now with this post-plant situation, working out really well. Unsert does get at least one kill, but now these two players on these repels, it's gonna be really difficult to deal with, especially with 12 seconds left. 10. Yep, they're run out. Does find one, cannot find the second though. The Claymore cleans up the final kill. And one round at least going the way of CrownZero. Way better than what we saw on Skyscraper and on the first round.
Definitely, way better. We could see finally this small combo, right? Paying off. Ace and Flores helping a lot. CrownZero to find this equalizer. Definitely they're going to be repeating Ace now with Buck and Ash. So yes, I think they found a way. It was tough. Obviously, we could see a 3v2 on Man Alive, but they did it. They managed to, to maybe break the jinx from the map number 1. On map number 1, we could see like an override, but now things are different. And let's hope that this is going to become the new standard of the map number 2, because that's what we want to see, right? That's also loyal to whatever both teams have been producing so far in the season. CrownZero are not a last standing team. They're like the number 4 versus the number 1 on the side of LDL. So we need to see more from both sides, because that's going to also make the playoffs richer from now on. So Linear's now changing a little bit more on choices, right? And not bringing Goyo, but also changing things around with a Frost. So let's see how that's going to play out next.
I mean, we see a Solus. She hasn't even played quite a lot,
yeah.
As from her nerf.
Yep.
That happened. She's still quite useful, especially tonight at plant. I expect what Harv will be doing is playing below and just waiting for that plant to go down. And also Scopo is finally being played. We haven't seen a lot of her in the recent matches, but instead of LDL, definitely experimenting with their picks. And Scopos can be quite a powerful operator, especially if CrownZero aren't used to playing against her. Brava though is on the board, is able to hack those Echo Drones especially. That can be quite useful for the side of CrownZero though. It will take a bit of time, and so the side of CrownZero going for a bit of a different take here, going a bit more into the lobby side, I'm guessing, as Dokkaebi also being played, is calling those roamers and trying to find those roamers. Definitely going for that roam clear. Oh, that might have been a bit of a misplay going down that rappel and being heard. Definitely expected them. And Harv taking out another one. Could lose his life to Loki if he doesn't expect him. And he doesn't, but Loki cannot manage to find the shot. Now Harv is definitely aware of Loki's position.
Yeah, the trading power is still on the side of Lineage. We have seen this again since the start of the series here, and also on map number 2, Eluya being the man, carrying out the damage, Medaria finding the bullets. Again, Harv going for a double kill, stepping up too. Harvey was not his bright and shine player, let's say, on map number 1, but now he's stepping up and helping the team, obviously. Also dealing damage, and now CrownZero, just one man versus 4. It's going to be very complicated for him. Fleek, the last one standing alive, and the team did not manage to find the sequence of rounds they wanted. Fleek, though, taking one, taking two, nice job by him, trying to reverse the situation. It looks like an impossible end of round for him, but there it is, he's still alive. Of course, his life is not ideal, but he's alive, he's standing up. He's gonna try to do more. Up next.
Yeah, and he has 40 seconds. That's quite a bit of time, but he cannot waste it on a lot. 35 sticking down, and with the Echo on the board, getting some shots on him, and Iluyu cleaning it out. Really well done. But instead of LDL peeking and playing as a team here, getting that final kill, avoiding a potential disaster, but still, it is another round for LDL, and gotta be a bit critical of CrownZero. I think their attacks, although they have the basics pretty nailed, pretty well executed here, as we saw from their first attack for the second floor. It was quite well done by them, but you clearly saw on Jones that they have a Solus, they have those roaming operators and need to clear them out. And clearly they structured their pick to try and clear those operators out, but I just thought they had no idea what they were doing. They're really just playing one by one and dying one by one, and that just doesn't lead to a winning round. LDL able to adapt to their opponents, adapt their stress to their opponents, and win those rounds a lot better than CrownZero right now. Still, 2-1 scoreline is not the end of the world, and this time, very similar strategy to what we saw from them on the first round, but this time, again, Scope was being played by Iluyu. Haven't seen a lot of impact from that operator yet, but there can be those crucial situations where she can be very, very useful.
Yes, he can be, and definitely now CrownZero needing to step up and find the equalizer. And like you said, I think you need to have a plan. If you're playing versus the best team on the season, you need to have a plan. You cannot just go for automatic, trades and kills, because Leonards, they're better at this as well. We just seen in the last round the precious and beautiful play by Iluyu, right? Getting out of the protection spot and taking that elbow kind of kill and defining the round on their favor. So it's a massive player, and again, one elimination that he suffered, but 4-1 as a KD is an awesome moment for him in the game, as Madario also takes Yuki down. We're gonna see now Leonard's playing in a power position, one man ahead of CrownZero, and CrownZero trying to stay alive, trying to maneuver to not lose more players, because they need all of them to make something happen here.
Yeah, early advantage being lost here. That's Twitch as well. Quite a crucial operator with her drones. She's not able to use them. But a lot of pressure coming out, especially on Madrio. Stuck inside, Loki finds one. That's Sicario being taken out. And Madrio as well. Really well done on their roam clear, but Iluyu is still on the roam, is still able to get some fight in him. And that's on the Scopos. He gets one. His second bot is down. He has no way out. He cannot go there, but I think they have identified there's only one person in sight. Or did they? Loki trying to find an Echo drone, but getting played yet again by that. And yeah, he's just looking for it, allowing the defenders to reposition and to try to get into a position where they can kill and eliminate those players one by one. As we see here, the Legion of Harv trying to take out Loki, but Spyro comes to his aid. And now 2v2, 2 players on the side of defense of LDL are in sight. They're going to be waiting patiently for the side of CrownZero, but CrownZero have not identified yet that they have gone to site. They still have to drone it out. They still have to find where these players are. It's going to take them quite a bit of time with 30 seconds left, and the Echo still on the board. This could be quite detrimental for them.
It's gonna be essential, as we see now Spyro trying to get this pixel. Lucky is doing the same. They are right here inside of the side, and what is that Linux gonna be able to do and to respond to this? There they come, Unsurt, Iluyu taken down by Lucky, triple kill, Unsurt versus Lucky. That's gonna be the 1v1 to define the round number 4, as we see Lucky burning in the bullets from his pistol, but it was not possible for him because Unsurt was the guy to finish this one off and bring the team up ahead. So Leonard's once again very, very, very solid on getting out of the positions and finding the combat again. That's something that CrownZero has not been managed to do well. Hot next, I would say Leonard's tougher on the defensive plans, tougher on the tradings. So they're still walking here as strong, I would say, as they were in the skyscraper at the beginning
Defenders,
of the
protect
series.
your bombs from being defused by
Yeah,
attackers.
definitely. I mean, that end did look a bit shakier than usual. Got down to a
Attackers have
1v1,
located a
still
bomb.
able to win that one out. Real well played by the Echo to get that first nail, then identifying that he needs to go for the gunfight. He needs to avenge his teammate that was trying to attack from a different angle. Able to do that. 3 rounds going the way of LDL so far in their defense. CrownZero was able to find one. They need to find at least another one for a comfortable second half on their defense.
10 seconds
Yeah.
to
And
insertion.
I mean, from the way these rounds looked, it's looking a lot
5 seconds
closer
to
than
go.
what we saw in Skyscraper, and they definitely can get at least one more round if they play
Attackers'
it correctly
objective is
here.
to
As
defuse a bomb.
Luyu again on the Scopus, we see a lot of her being played right now, and I think that paid off at least last round. Was able to flank very, very nicely and get that man advantage down. CrownZero ahead. This time, first floor, kitchen, and open area. Can be quite a tough site to defend. We just need to wait and see how well it's gonna go for the side of LDL. Scopus Iluyo playing in stock. It's gonna be quite a crucial position to be holding here. It can be quite dangerous without those reinforcements. But CrownZero yet again taking their time. But never mind, Loki. They had to push up these blue stairs, get some blood shots into the area. Not able to secure the kill though.
Yes, and CrownZero, when it comes to invading, right, they're expecting a lot of what Linus showed on the beginning of the map when it comes to defending the spots, especially coming from a ripple. So, yes, Madario, he had that pack of 3 kills, and I would say that totally made CrownZero fear more when it comes to, to falling down from the upper floors. They have been doing a more, I would say, cautious work when trying to invading and breaching, because they know Leonards, they are very, very good at trading and combining the lines of fire when they're already in the soil. And we have seen Eloyo doing the dirty job when it comes to killing and finding the spots and the kills.
Attackers recover the
There
diffuser.
he goes again, and down goes in this round specifically, but it's still a 4v4 in a very, very tough game. Leonard's still very solid. It's a complicated situation now to play without Julio and his trading power. Spyro is not alive anymore on the side of CrownZero Hot Next, so let's see how that's gonna go, because CrownZero needs to they need to rely on the individual strengths of their players. Killing more is gonna be essential for them to also build up again that mentality that they can reverse this one.
Yeah, definitely, and especially for CrownZero, that was the ram being taken out off the
Attackers drop the
board.
diffuser.
On this side especially, it's really crucial to secure that vertical play, and you only have Ash with those breach charges left to get that. Oh, that's a nice kill. Isolating Harv, getting that kill. Instead of looking, nearly getting a second one through the wall, as side of LDL all pushed back into the site. Very tricky situation here coming out from them. Actually being tracked by Jackal. His position known, but still needs to secure the kill, and they do here as Yuki gets to this one. 2v4 with 15 seconds left. They secure the final 2 kills. Very well done by CrownZero on their attack. And despite the ram being taken off the board, he's still able to put the pressure on these defenders and able to secure more kills. Secure themselves another round. 3-2. Now their aim is going to be a 3-3 split. 3-3 split on bank. Could work very well for the side of CrownZero.
I'll take CrownZero finally creating that combo, right? They were
Attackers need to
now
locate
attacking
and
as a
defuse as many
squad,
bombs
and they
as
were
they
like
can.
all close to each other. So whenever you bring those lines together, you have a better chance of succeeding on the battles. So that's what they did, and they could breach in against Leonards at this last round, showing that definitely bank is their map. As we said before, my friend, it's gonna be tough to know who's gonna win this one, right? And Leonards definitely building a lot so far, but they cannot allow themselves another round like the previous one where they lose focus a little bit, right? Where they allow CrownZero some room for adjustment and
10
to
seconds
find
to go.
momentum in the game. So let's see how that's gonna play out. I would say Linners switching back
5
to a
seconds
more
to insertion.
traditional defensive loadout of operators like they did before.
Attackers must locate
You know,
and
almost
defuse
same
the bomb.
choices. All in all, just a Valve now to you know increase the level of information. But the other four operators have been already well played by Linnard so far.
And I like the side of LDL are constantly changing their operators around. At least one or two operators being swapped around. That Valk, of course, being taken this time around. We haven't seen her in the past, so that's gonna need side of CrownZero to adapt every single round. They won't be able to really, of course, they will be able to learn that basic setup from the past rounds, but how to deal with each and every situation will require a new approach, as we see Ying being played, but not succeeding as she doesn't blind the dog. But Loki does secure the trade here on these main stairs. Let's get away with a bit of damage himself. Oh, CrownZero playing this a lot more aggressively. Another kill for them. And the LDL 3v4. A bit of trouble here right now.
Yeah, your shakiest moment so far in the series, right? When you begin to see your opponent finding the kills and invading and all. And CrownZero definitely upgrading their attacking side in the game since the map number 1. You see one more man to their side versus 3 on the side of Leonards. And I would say 2.5, right? Not 3 at all, because we see that Unsert is very much, I would say, damaged on the side of his life. So it's complicated to think of a very strong setup from Leonards defending the spots. Let's see how CrownZero are gonna seize this one. They need to punish Leonards for that now. They need to move forward and find the round. As Nerdy tries to get more information, breaking and breaching the walls. We have a little bit now of Herb, also trying to prevent any kind of rotation. He does the job to deny this area, but again, taking some points down. Still alive though. It's gonna be a tricky end of round.
Attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
Oh, the diffuser though. The planter going down Iluyu. He's able to secure that kill. And the secure sells on another one. It's 3v2 now. Situation completely reversed. Diffuser is down on the ground. Hold, not planted. That for his Spire. So he fell into the side. He couldn't pick up the diffuser. He has secure himself the kill. Now it's a 2v1. 30 seconds left. Unsert left all alone for his team with on 8 HP. On his drone, he will be able to get at least that one plan down. And he's still on the drone. He's still weaving around. Now Loki needs to find where this drone is, or his teammate might not be able to plant it. 20 seconds left, another drone coming out for the team. He gets another one. But, yep, that's 15 seconds left. Still continue to plant, and Loki is able to cover his teammate. That's a dead fight, but this time the Echo needs to push. Gets the final kill. 3-3 split for CrownZero. Looking a lot better on this map.
Yeah, Leonard, like I said before, looking kind of worried or somehow in a very complicated moment all over the series as a whole. And CrownZero, for the first time, you know, managing to equalize his numbers, create some different kind of play. We're gonna see Demos here also coming for this round on the side of Leonards. They are needing to change more. We see their setup is already way different. We're gonna, of course, have the reverse on spots and positions. Now CrownZero to defend. So it's an open map, and it's this is the kind of thing that makes the series as a whole very much more interesting to see, right? We're seeing new operators. We're seeing also Tachanka on the hands of Spyro. We're gonna see demos, as I said, for LDL. So I'm expecting for a lot more now. And we have to mention, right? Well, hot next that on the side of Leonards, it was tough to see. It was heartbreaking almost to see Eloyo doing a lot of those kills, and the team was not responding together. So the team somehow, I don't know, you know, losing momentum, losing self-confidence, and let's see how they're gonna grasp this one again.
Yeah, besides CrownZero, those operators, I mean, four operators, Tubarao, Chanka, Maestro, Goyo, all operators that are able to waste as much time as possible.
Yes.
That's what LDL are gonna need to be cautious of. Already, the shield going down, the Ash, the Flores, all of that utility to get some damage onto these Boy canisters and onto these Meister cams for the later plant. Also, the switch will be able to deny some of those gadgets. Still though, those meat jammers, gotta be careful, because they can block very easily those drones from coming in. As you take control of server, they are in a pretty good position right now. Thermite already on the second floor. Not much in terms of resistance here, but Iluya and Madrio, these two are kind of on fire here. They can't find those crucial kills, and they do. But there is Yuki in this elevator position. He is stuck there, but he's biding his time right now, just waiting for something to happen. But oh, that's a mistake by Zakario. Oh my god, he gets those two crucial kills, and now there's nobody on site. Yuki alone on the first floor, and they have identified it. Unsert making his way into the site. Goes for the plant. UK, terrible position right now to go for this retake. Still under reception, still fighting. The trio is just wasting more and more of the time that Yuki has. Doesn't even matter. Puts some bullets in his body, secures the final kill, and LDL proved that attacking Bank might not be as difficult as some may have thought. Completely destroying the defenses that CrownZero brought. This time they're gonna need to change something about their defenses to avoid this type of round being lost.
Totally, and you know what is more interesting to see is like CrownZero trying to be creative and bring it to Janka, as we saw. He was the first operator to be taken down, so whatever CrownZero tries to create, right, it tries to reinvent. Linners, you know, they look solid to respond to that. Linners, they lost Harvey, and we saw, okay, that's gonna be tough, but they could find more kills. They could, like, you know, get their way around that. As we see Luyu getting out of the lobby, maybe we're gonna have a remake. It's gonna be impossible for Linners to get going with one less man here.
10 seconds
Doesn't
remaining.
look like they're going for a resource here instead. Sorry, Lexus to play for a 4v5.
Yeah, right, okay.
I mean, yeah,
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
the game is just gonna continue here in this 4v5 situation. It's gonna make the lives of LDL quite a bit more difficult, but still, they're gonna not give up, and they're gonna try to go for a very similar take yet again. And quite fast. The equalizer scoreline, Madrio, 20 seconds into the round, gets the first kill, fleets off the board. That's the Tuberal. That's the breach denial. Just really eliminated as Iluya does return. He only able to sit on cams, able to ignite those flanks that CrownZero might go for. Haven't gone for many in the past few rounds. Still, it's helpful to have just another pair of eyes. You see that I think that's Yuki is on that deep roam here on the second floor, but because that they are missing that one player, Harv, has got to do all this work of clearing this first and second floor by himself. That might lead to some mistakes, might lead to some missed drones, which can be quite crucial in the later stages of the round. They still have a lot of time. They still have 2 minutes on the round. They have control of server. They're in a really good position to deny this, but oh, not like this. UK finds Harv on this roam. Now Unsert is alone to try and clear this roam yet again to get those hatches open. Actually, never mind. He's gonna go for downstairs. He's gonna go for server, and I think they're gonna just ignore the side of UK. But Zakario finds quite a beautiful shot on someone in sight. A minute left. Breach opening, and the plan is going down.
Yeah, they have the information, right? So Linners managing to equalize the numbers. They're so good at this, right? Always killing and always responding, not allowing them to be, you know, be so much behind when it comes to men alive. We see 3v2, and it's gonna be complicated for Zaka and Unsert to bring this one up. Nice bullet by Zaka, as I said, keeping the standard, the pattern of taking the players from CrownZero to the ground. And it's gonna be again an equalizer, 2v2 for the end of the round. Zaka turning this one around and saying, hey, we can play with one last man. Lucky's gonna be the last one man alive.
Yep, 1v2 situation here. Flash is being thrown. He can't see anything. Planet going down. He needs to use his drone, but he can't. He's selecting to go for the gunfight. 13 HP left. A very good cover from Zakari, going for the pistol with the plant down. Loki. A very tricky situation here.
Defenders have located the diffuser.
Going for the hatch here, but no, it doesn't matter. Zakari secures the final kill. Did get a bit stressful here when Zakari ran out of those bullets. Still, will discover his teammate and secure this plant. Well done by LDL to get this round. Even in a 4v5, they're still able to secure an attacking round, which it could be quite crucial here. As going this time, CrownZero going for the second floor. Clearly,
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
that downstairs defense not holding up too well.
Yes, and what I most liked to see here on the side of Leonard was how, I would say, overzealous Zaka
Bomb
was,
located
right?
by
When it comes
attackers.
to taking his head out of the spot and the protecting cover, was very cautious to attack CrownZero's player, even though he knew that Leonard had more men to do that at that moment. So that's how much Leonard, they are protective of whatever they've been building, you know, in the last rounds and maps. That's why maybe this team is leading the pack here in the
5 seconds to
competition.
go.
They are very cautious to proceed into attack, and
Attackers are
with
heading
this
out to
with this
defuse
said,
the bomb.
Zaka managing to find a lot of kills in the last round, holding up, you know, to the team and saying, "Hey, we can survive to this one even with one man less." Now they're gonna get back to the leading, to the leadership when it comes to the scoreboard, because they were facing a 3v3. They were facing a potentially, you know, increasingly dangerous CrownZero. CrownZero did not seize that, so yeah, they're back into being, you know, taken over by Leonard, basically.
Yep, LDL making their way. They are quite quick into just making their way into the building. Those pre-placed drones working wonders here as just a minute in, quite a lot of damage already being gained, and Yuki is on their own, but I don't know if he's aware that these players are already so close to him, already on bottom square, already in this small office room. They're preparing to get an ambush onto UK, catch him by surprise. Oh no, maybe he's aware of that something might be cooking up. He gets thrown out. Now he knows there's some pressure that's gonna come onto him, Sicario, making these holes, putting some pressure onto the side of UK, but he's biding his time, but not enough. Madrio catches him out. That's the roamer of the board. That's the Valk of the board. No C4 is going to come from below and deny that plant. Now, side of LDL can't focus on the site, can't focus on these vertical replayed from below to deny some of those crucial angles that the defenders have on the site.
Definitely gonna explore there, that, as you said, as we see a little bit of Unsurt trying to open this window and sees the kill. Fleek stepping up, just because I was gonna mention him and feeling him a little out of the game, a little bit hidden, you know, from helping the team or in a more clear way. But we see now a round that's more balanced, but even so, Leonard's finds the kill. We see 2v3 now. CrownZero trying to also bring the damage. Flick's pretty much down on HP, and Nerd is gonna be the one to carry this damage up front. Let's see what he's gonna be able to do.
Might not be able to do much as the diffuser is down, nearly unable to use those drones very effectively here, but his flank might be successful. Never mind, Madrio, the flick catches him out, and one more kill to secure it. Unsert with that final, and I don't know what happened. CrownZero looked pretty good in that 3v3 situation, but a very strange team kill from Nerdy in the later half might have sealed the deal here and puts LDL into match point 7-3 now. Quite a dominant scoreline, but it doesn't really feel like it because these rounds are a lot more close than what we saw in Skyscraper. CrownZero able to put up some kind of fight. Still, LDL, that's not enough to stop them. Yet again, CrownZero going for the second floor. Clearly identified that second floor is quite a powerful side for them. They can win this if they adjust some things. Mostly UK now not on Valk but on the Melusi. I think they see that LDL like to play aggressively, like to just walk up some of those staircases to try and catch them out. Lucy, as a deterrent for that,
10 seconds to
is
go.
very, very effective. And her kit isn't bad as well. The MP5 plus the
5
shotgun
seconds to insertion.
in her back pocket. Very, very useful for her team.
Not only
Attackers
Melusi, I would
objective is
say
to defuse a
Warden
bomb.
can totally play a role here, right, and be very impactful on protecting the rotations and spots on the hands of CrownZero. Let's see how this is gonna be played out. It's a very strong setup of operators. Let's see how they're gonna
Oh
execute it
no.
against Leonard's. And Madaria was already, trying to do that kind of pick in a very interesting way. And Leonard's, yeah, looking very solid to wrap this game. Not even like shaking anymore. They somehow have the resistance. I was just gonna point out, Hot Max, that CrownZero so far they have not been managed to, convert a lot of rounds in a row. They have not been so solid on the start and on the finishing moments of the maps. The middle portion of the map is where CrownZero most stand out, but never managing to really convert things to an end. So it's tough for them.
Madrio secures another kill. UK on the roam, not being very effective here. Completely shut down by the side of LDL, being droned out, and Madrio able to secure that kill, not even needing much help from any of his teammates for that. And there it goes, the Brava. Very effective counter for the Mulus, just hacking those gadgets, rendering them basically useless, or even detrimental for the side of the defense. Well, some shots exchanged. Spire getting to his life, a lot of flash shots to insert, but Loki, that's another one. 43, 4v2,
Yeah,
40.
this is done.
Just what happened? CrownZero left to just one man standing nerdy. That's all that's left for them to try and fight for one more round. The plant is going down. He's on the flank, but he's getting spotted out. He gets one, but cannot get a second. Sicario finishes up the series with a dominant 2 scoreline. Goes to the side of LDL, and they advance with a 3-0 in the Swiss stage. First in their the Bukul score and first team to make it to the playoffs. Congrats to them. And CrownZero, still not out of it. They still have at least 2 more chances to also make it to the playoffs.
Definitely, and very well done by Leonard's. A very deserved victory. Not a single moment where we could say, okay, now CrownZero can step up. They can create something different. I think we've seen on map number 2, Hot Next, a moment where we saw like 3v3 when it comes to the rounds. And I was gonna almost say, okay, if CrownZero managed to go for a 4-3, 5-3 in rounds, we could potentially think of Border as a decisive decider map. But that did not happen because LDL were like a more complete team, also on a lot of fundamentals and essentials of Rainbow Six here. So they were not to be played around or with, and they were definitely the winners. So I'm hoping to see a lot more on their side, and also on how CrownZero are going to be adjusting to the next round.
Yeah, definitely. LDL proving to be quite quite a strong team, and yeah, of course, advancing onto the playoffs here. Yeah, CrownZero making their way down to 2-1. They are gonna need to face at least one more team, either from I think they should be facing a team from the 1-1 bracket there. There are
Yep.
6 potentials, but they are gonna have to wait till the end of all those teams that they finish their matches to know exactly who they're gonna play. As for LDL, it's time for them to prepare to scrim more maps to just refine their skills and go strongly into the playoffs stage. They can, of course, relax a little bit, but not too much. There's still a whole another stage in this ESA Cup. Yeah, I'm excited to see how CrownZero can learn from their mistakes and how they are gonna adapt. As for tomorrow, there's gonna be another game. Then MG Cook versus Minions. Again, a 2-0 bracket game. One of these teams advancing into the playoffs with LDL, and also 2 very powerful teams there, second and third right now in the Swiss stage. So this should be quite an exciting match. But for that, I'll I'll leave that one to the casters that are going to be for tomorrow. Yeah. As
Yeah.
uh as for today, I've been a hot next. Joining me today was Linax, one producer. That was Nanos, and observing today was Bose Max. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you guys. It was awesome.